Well, hello there, and welcome back to Railroad Tycoon 3. This is Kusan, and we are hovering above Canada and the northern half of the United States on this pretty giant map. This is a custom map that I've created. It's super fun to look at, all the tundra and forest and prairies, as well as pretty giant mountains here out in the west coast. We also even we don't have too much in the terms of northern cities, but Yukon got some love with this here. This is supposed to be a beautiful golden green algae, golden. There's gold in this place, so you kind of have the gold rush here still happening in Yukon. I was a bit obsessed with Yukon when I made this map, but not too much right now, but we might make it there. Our job is to connect up Canada, so we might make it there. Now, unfortunately, there's nothing up here in the north, so let's just go back, and there's nothing out there in Newfoundland and Labrador, unfortunately. I must apologize, there are some lumber mills, logging camps, but anyway, let's just focus on what we do have. We have Ontario, and we made a hefty profit last episode of 1.3 million. We can do so many things with that. We can buy industries, factories, farms, we can repay our debt, we can even buy back some stock, or do what is best done in this game, build railways. Now the thing I noticed while logging in here, this here farm popped up in 1932, so it's very young and very cheap. No, it's not, it's 450,000, but it's in Ontario. I do want to have a bit of a monopoly in Ontario here, because that's where I do my business. So I went ahead and just bought that right off the bat. We still have 800,000, so let's press play. Do we want to connect it up with the railway? Not even necessary. Not even necessary. The corn will make its way to customers in Toronto, Hamilton, Barrie, so it should have a fun time. Now, what we could do, another thing we could do is buy some rights. Do I want to buy rights? I would love to buy some rights. Why don't we buy some rights to Quebec? It's 500,000. I'll go ahead and do that. Now the logic behind this is I kind of want to be a bit realistic with my purchasing of factories and stuff. So now that I have access to, oh, boom time's ahead, how nice. Now that I have access to Quebec, I can buy some lumber, logging, whatever they have there. We'll see what they have. A bunch of stuff in the north, but that would need to be delivered. As you can see, it's stacking up here. Right, train 5 is broken down. Why? Why have we done this? It is almost at the station. You should have just filled up. Right, and now everyone has to wait for you. Is that so? That is so. Yo, another thing I noticed. We have a bit of traffic right here between Ottawa and Pembroke, because we have trains coming from Sudbury and from Toronto. So what I'm going to do is upgrade the track like this. Perfect. And a good idea, oh, even up to here, why not? Now I might just double track. How much was that? That was money. That cost us a bit of money. Right, well, since there's trains stopping in both directions here, I'll double track this segment. Toronto is an important city. I'll double track a bit of that. I know it's kind of ridiculous to double track just a bit. However, it does seem to work in the early days. Right here, we might have to double track all the way through Sudbury, given that there are 2 stops here and a maintenance station. Ah, see? Smart thinking. Very smart thinking. Look at these guys. Look at these team fellows. I love that noise of the train just chugging along. You chug, fellow. You chug. See the stop? Right, so interestingly enough, our passenger train delivered a bunch of corn going to Sudbury. I'm wondering if we brought it all the way from Ottawa? That would be strange. Doesn't really matter to me. It made money, so yeah, that doesn't really concern me too much. Now look at this fellow, he's repurchasing 1,000 shares of his stock back with his own company funds. We could do something similar. where's that? Where are our buy? No, this is personal wealth. I'm looking for. Is this it? No. Company view. Yes, this is probably it here. Issue bonds. We have bonds out. They're not too bad. 11% is not too bad for an interest rate. And interest rate. However, where are our buyback stock options? Here they are. So if I buy back stock, it would cost me 241,000 to buy back 4,000 shares. Ooh, yeah. Well, I guess we'll do that, right? Ooh, dividend. I remember what this does now. Let's just check. If we look at who owns shares of our company, right? Okay, where are we here? We are the Great Western, Eastern, Pacific, Western, Eastern view. Perfect. So here we are. I own 16,000 shares. Now you might be thinking, Hudson, Mr. Hudson, you didn't buy 16,000 shares. Yeah, I know. What happened is, well, I'm explaining this as if you don't understand basic things. But in case you don't, the stock has split 3 times in my company, and I think I had 4,000 shares initially. So 4,000 became 8,000, and then that became 16,000. However, look at the amount we have to pay back. 62, or rather buy back, if we want to have no shares outstanding. There are 62,000 shares to buy back. That's quite a lot. But once we make loads of money, it is possible. However, you know, that costs money. And that only makes your company stock value increase. So yeah, it's a vicious cycle. We'll see what happens. Do I want to buy more shares at the moment for my own company? Okay, maybe not. Maybe. However, the other thing you could do is pay dividends, and since I'm the largest shareholder of my company, I stand to gain. Let's buy. We don't have cash. Maybe we won't buy. But maybe we will. What I'll do here is I'll buy 4 shares. Go get in debt here. $300,000 in debt, right? You're crazy, Mr. Crazy Kusan. Why are you being crazy? No. We're gonna pay ourselves a dividend. We're gonna get some money back. Also, our company is gonna lose a bunch of money. We're gonna lose a bunch of money right now, and our board of directors will be like, "You gotta stop. You really have to stop paying. You'll never make money." You know what? We're paying $200,000 per year. I think we can afford it since we make $800,000 per year. So I think we can afford it. We'll just sit here and watch the trains go by. I love these trains. Now I wonder when the next train becomes available. You can also see over here who's carrying a lot of cargo. The Toronto train is doing quite a lot of cargo. That's quite good. But it's not full, so I'm not going to duplicate it right now. So as you can see, our money there is staying pretty stable because we are paying out dividends. Now if I go check out my personal wealth now, 335,000 in debt, and it is going to go down yearly if I keep paying myself dividends. Now this other fellow actually sold shares in my company. He just cashed in. He wanted the cash. He doesn't want a company that's growing. However, Charles Crocker, chairman of... what is it chairman of? Now, we should get to know these characters a bit. I mean, these are realistic characters, so we'll be learning. We'll be learning. Not really, though. It's not even accurate what they're doing. We'll be fake learning. Ah, fake learning. Right, Crocker. Here he is, Central Railway. So this smart guy, who dye plantation up here for the first time near Saskatoon. Interesting. Now we don't know if it's going to make money or not. Who needs dyes? Actually, that guy needs dyes. Interesting. It's only $180,000. You know what? Ooh. I can't buy. You see? I can't buy the dye plantation because I don't have access to Saskatchewan. However, those other people, you can see right here, these companies don't have access to Canada, and they're buying up Canadian farms. So, yep, a bit unfair, but as you can see, we are the best company in the whole world. Well, in North America. Now we bought access right to Quebec, so I might as well make use of it. Let's go to Montreal here. Let us go to Montreal. This is gonna be fun. Right, are we gonna put the station weirdly or not so weirdly? Pretty weirdly, eh? Okay, no. Focus, build a nice station. Right, this right here. Yes, this to me. Ooh, that guy, Union Pacific bought a textile mill in Montreal. That's brave. Textile mills, especially, look at that, he has a competitor across the river. That might not have been the best choice. I'm sorry guys, I'm just looking for a nice, where the square is on the left, but the station is, well, oh, here. We'll just build it here. Hopefully we can get out of here with a bridge or something. If not, we're pretty, ooh, yes. If you build here, okay, give us a nice curve, please. Yes, a nice, that's pretty nice. There. And we just gotta build out this way a bit, just to make sure that they don't lock us in here. Alright, so I have to go a bit, we have to go a bit to the left to go around this house, yeah? Yeah. Now they can always build a house like right there, but we can demolish it, you know? We do have the power. I'm gonna demolish here because, okay, new locomotive is available, everybody. The Adler. Perfect. 20,000. Ultra cool. Oh, I love ultra cool trains. Get me one of those. Alright, so this bridge needs to hopefully not do something crazy. Right, let's check our income statement. So we didn't do as well as last year, I would say, because we didn't make as much profit. That's because we paid dividends, isn't it? Yeah. So our salary is increased this year. And we're still the top company. For profit, for revenue, for mileage, for cash. No, for cash, the Western Pacific Company has $2 million cash. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's crazy. Right. Now, I apologize, we have to... I would rather have a straight piece of track, but that's not bad either. We just don't have the money. Alright, don't complain, let's play. Let's wait for some trains to arrive here in Ottawa. Are you arriving or are you leaving? You're just sitting there. Alright, this guy arrived. This guy arrived. And they're loading up. There's our 500,000. Brilliant. So I'll just do a direct connection here because it's pretty straight. That's why. The track is pretty straight. That bridge kind of goes over a reasonable amount of water, not too much. Okay, now we don't have money. Give us money, please. People, you can go to Montreal if you need money. Yes, thank you. Right. Now this here is quite a shame. Am I gonna be fussy about it? No, you don't have the money to be fussy about it. Oh boy. Are you sure I can't just like tweak it? Tweak it? If I tweak it, it'll give us a better slope. Yeah, that's a bit better. The engineers of this time really knew how to build some funky track. Right, the board of directors cannot pay 300,000 because I spent all my money, so that was fun while it lasted. However, let's go check my cash. 200,000 in debt, which is not so bad. We're at 1835. We're just rushing. We're just speeding through these years. Just bam, bam, bam. No, it's because we waited for a whole year to build a track here to Montreal, but we can finally. Let's buy the Adler. Yeah, it's ultra cool. Ah, I need to have a route. You don't say. You don't say. Right. How can I build a route though? I forgot how to do this. It should be pretty simple. Isn't it just... Oh, yeah, it's right here. Silly. You build from Montreal to Ottawa, and that's it. That's it? Yeah, that's it. Adler? Yeah, Adler. This is going to be kind of an express service here. Montreal has 1.1 star, something like that. Ottawa is a whole 1, so this could be a good service. Do I do a second train right away? You have 25,000, you might as well. Let's do it. Now you know what? we're not going to do it. This train's a bit faster and the route is not too long. And it's not even full, it's only 3 carriages full. Hold on, that's mail. Alright, so what does that mean? Right, well, we'll give it some time. Press play. Number 1, press play, because this game likes to pause on you. Right. And off this train goes, the Adler 222. Let's ride along with it, shall we? Now, it's got a pretty nice locomotive. I wonder if the other companies are going to put the Adler as soon as it becomes available, which would be pretty much now. We have, alright, we're not paying dividends. Yeah, I understand. It's fine. Who's managing my company? I mean, I made the decision, and now they're canceling all the things I decided. Here we are. How much money will we make? 134,000 between 2 very close by stations. Very nice. Very nice. Alright, we have another train that arrived in Ottawa for 100,000, a train that arrived in Pembroke for 120. You know, Pembroke has been doing quite nicely, but I guess... We'll just take a look at Pembroke here. I guess it's because you have so many trains that are stopping here, but they're going through. And every time you go through, you have to buy... Well, you have to pay every time your train stops. Yeah, that's true. You have to pay every time your train stops. Now, we have quite a bit of traffic here, still. Ooh, and a lot of cargo. Right, but what I'm looking for is any more corn farms? Any more corn farms here? I want corn. Right, logs. We did buy this log thing. Is it making money? Good question. Is this lumber mill making money? It is not. We are losing... Oh, you know what? It made 14,000. What am I looking at? Yeah, it does make money per year. It just has like very, very, very high overhead. But it decided to sell the logs to Winnipeg as opposed to Ottawa, which makes no sense to me. You have a train bringing the stuff there. Ah, whatever. Whatever, they'll figure it out. That's why I don't really like doing cargo trains. Maybe it's because Ottawa gets enough logs from that guy over there. And if they needed more, they'd get some from here. Right, that could make sense. Alright, what else can we get? Milk is very profitable. If I can get a nice... Ooh! Who owns this? Please say nobody. Nobody. $2 million. As you can see, it makes $200,000 a year. Right, no, don't pause the game. Don't be so lame. Just go get a loan. Yes, get a loan. Give me $2 million and we're buying this farm. I bought it right away. I'm telling you why. First, it's in Ontario, so there you are. That's a reason. But also, the price is just going to go up on that. You'll see it'll go to $3.4 million within the next 10 years. So, might as well take a loan out now. And also, look at the milk situation. Not too much milk being made anywhere, however, a lot of demand. How's this one? 2.3 million for the one that's in the United States. Frankly, I thought I paid too much for my milk dairy farm there. But what you're gonna do? What are you going to do? Right, just looking around at more industries, nothing too much here. I'm just curious about this alcohol situation. No, not the alcohol situation. The... what is it? Textile. Clothing. Yeah, clothing situation. Right, is this guy even making money? This guy is so silly, like, he must have paid... Let's just go check the market, right? 750,000? I mean, that's a hefty sum. If you're only bringing in 36,000. You know what? Let's see, I think he lost money that year. He didn't even make 36,000. Check your income for this year. Profit, we're still under $1 million. Can we push it? Can we not push it? Hey, go ahead and push it. You want more profit, don't you? Yeah, let's go to Quebec. Yeah, let's go to Quebec. 400,000. I don't even think I have enough money. I have to build a big bridge. Yeah, but what are you gonna do? You're gonna not build because you need to build a bridge? Let's see here. Can we smack that right there? Yeah, you can smack it right there. There is a risk though. sometimes these tracks don't like going close to rivers. Actually, that track isn't even green, it's actually red, so right now, as of this date, your engineers are very much against you building it. Oh, there. Right. Gone and placed it. I'm just praying that you can actually build here. You can! You can, and the closer we stay to the river, the less... what the less? The less hills? But don't be too crazy here. You know what? We're not going to be ridiculous. There's a hill, we're going to deal with the hill. I can always press undo at this point. But that hill is so minor that I'm not going to, you know, feign over it. Is feign a word? You tell me. I don't know. We're not going to feign over it. Or faint. We're not going to faint at the cost of this bridge. Yo, build me a bridge, please. You're not too happy about the bridge, but... Right, you saw what I did there. I pressed undo, and they did not want to undo it. Why? Because they considered that we bent the track. We didn't build the track, we just bent it. Oh, interestingly enough, I undid what I did in Quebec, though. Alright, oops. Right, well that works for me. Quite a turn before a bridge. I don't like turns on slopes. That just sounds dangerous. Who would want to turn on a slope? Yeah, well, they're going to do it. They've signed up for it. Perfect. And I am going to sign up a new train route. By the way, we really should have a service tower here, shouldn't we? You're so mad. Why didn't you build a service tower in the first place? Well, there you go. Happy days. I don't generally like to build these things in the middle, because that's another stop. Ooh, that was a new train. And here we are, Montreal, Quebec is now connected. As you can see, those newspapers have bad grammar. These guys are bringing coffee for $2,000. Dude, what are you doing? Economic boom fading. Right, paper for $2,000, coffee for $2,000, passengers for $31,000, mail for $30,000. Yeah, maybe you should stick to passengers, because you're here, well, you know, $2,000 is $2,000. Right, this guy, do we send him to Quebec City? Because I was thinking about doing a route that goes Montreal, Ottawa, Ottawa, Kingston, Kingston, Toronto. That way we alleviate some of the traffic. Well, there'll still be the same amount of trains here, but we're not sending trains from Montreal through Pembroke, rather through Kingston, right? Right. Alright, well, we need something to go to Quebec City, otherwise we're just wasting time here. Right, my Montreal train will go to Quebec City. It's been decided. Let's see here. Ottawa, and then after Ottawa, we go back to Montreal. Oh, here we go. It's over here. Back to Montreal, and then to Quebec City, and there's your loop. Yeah, you don't like doing loops where the middle city is in the first row, but whatever. We'll do it for now. And we'll duplicate you. The Adler, because we have an Adler. The Norris is not as cool. It looks sharp, but it's not as cool. It has a little bit better reliability. It's at below average. It's not as poor. And it's not as bad for fuel economy and acceleration. So it's a better train. We'll put it that way. It costs $40,000. Yeah, I do want the Norris, but for now we'll just get an Adler. Just to, you know, enjoy the Adler for a bit. Now, the only thing is, I think I put European and American and all sorts of trains on in this game, which means I don't know where the Adler is from, to be quite honest with you. Right, let's double track up Montreal, Central Station. There we are. Alright, so as you saw in the newspaper, we have connected, okay, not so good a year this year, more revenue, but less profit. Right, so as the newspapers have said, we've connected Quebec City to, what was it, Ottawa? Or Montreal? And we've connected up Ottawa and Toronto. So that right there is known as, well, most of it is called the Windsor Corridor. However, I think it goes to Kingston, keeps going to Hamilton and London. Right here, this is Canada's most important train route. We are well on our way building that. Well on our way. Now, we have a chance here to pay off a piece of loan, right? Do we want to do that? The economy is slowing. What's going to happen is loan prices, the fees, the interest rate is going to go up. Are we going to pay back a loan? Yeah, I think we are, because we did a lot of building. It's time we repaid the loan. Or, what's our cash situation? 155, so we're not even doing that bad. Some people here are $500,000 in debt. Right, this guy looks broke, but you know what? He's doing well. He has shares of Northern Pacific. That is Mr. Northern Pacific, isn't it? Yeah, maybe. Right, doesn't matter who's rich or who's poor. Kind of matters. Some of these stock market players are really, really evil. They will short you on your own company and then buy your company. So you gotta be careful. I don't want to go too much in debt playing with people like James Fisk, who that's just, and JP Morgan. All those people are just right. This loan here, 11%. We're gonna repay that. The other 3 loans are not too bad. Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like every time I play with James Fisk and JP Morgan, they are the ones to short me on my own company. Alright, how about this guy here? I mean, look, you're in such a dense place. This city is pretty much merged. Are you not going to expand? Right, nobody's expanding over here. Alright, but Erie expanded. So hopefully Erie will be one of these companies that can... Oh, he did 4 cities. No, 3 cities. 3 cities. How about this guy here? This guy still has... Ooh, no, this guy actually did expand. He was, what was he? Des Moines, CU? He added Cedar Rapids. Oh my gosh, that's where Hillary just chillin'. Just chillin'. Cedar Rapids. On the Missouri Pacific lines, which makes no sense, guys. I know it doesn't make sense, but they did make... Missouri lines did come to Chicago, so that was the whole reasoning. And also that's whatever CEO is in charge of this company. Mr. Fremont, is it? Ah, you don't know. Right, just keep going. Looking around here, see what's happening. Grand Island and Rapid City. As you can see, the cities that have rail connections are growing. These are all 1-star cities, and then anyone else really is below. All this here is below. Right, this guy hasn't grown, because he's in the mountains, I'll tell you that much. This guy is having one pretty bad time. You couldn't have built around? Nope, because you're an AI. You're a 1990s AI. Look at his station, just like right there. That's a pretty good screenshot. That's a pretty good screenshot, isn't it? Yeah, Rock Springs. You know, in the back there we have all those mountains, the Rockies, Idaho. We're in Wyoming, I think. I hope I know my states. Wyoming and Nebraska. Nebraska would be this one. Yeah, I didn't put Colorado because it's just a bit too far south. Right, this guy's just doing his thing, just chilling. Not in Cedar Rapids though. And here we are, our first 1 million. I think it's our first $1.2 million in pure profit, just because we sat around doing nothing. Union Pacific has a lumber mill right up here on the mountain. That's pretty funny. Here we are, West Coast, making our way to the Western Pacific line, which usually starts off pretty strong. This guy did buy a bunch of industries, but at the moment, I mean, they don't really expand here. It's kind of mountainous. They have trouble. Wow, look at that view. That's a nice view for a 1990s game. You joking? Yeah, I'm joking. This is not. I don't think this is a 1990s game. I think it must be 2004, 10, 4, maybe 2004. That's my guess. Right. Someone will correct me on that, because that's embarrassing if I don't get it right. Perfect. So what are we going to do this year? I have to press play. Let's do one more year here. Play till 1840. Check on our personal wealth. That would be a good idea. Do we buy more shares? Well, this guy bought some shares of our company, which is not so great. Not the best thing. 86,000 to buy 1 share. Alright, let's look at some other companies, because sometimes you can make money off other companies. See, Northern Pacific here, I could have stayed with them, you know? I lost a bunch of money there. I could have just ridden it out, but you never know. You never know. Vanderbilt is New York. Western Pacific, recession ahead. Oh no. Western Pacific, why did it boom here? I guess someone bought a bunch of your shares. Oh no, 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 no. This guy's gonna own his whole company. You crazy? Do I buy something? Yeah, let's buy a few shares. Although, owning a lot of a company that fails is also bad. It doesn't make sense to buy it unless you buy a bunch. You know what? Doesn't matter. We're not going to buy a bunch. This company, if it goes independent, which in other words means the CEO owns 100%, that's good for them, man. I mean, that's pretty good. Thankfully, they're stuck in America, but they're going to keep buying up industries and such. Alright, this guy is on a bit of a low. If I buy now, 80,000 is a lot to ask, but we'll do 2 more. Central. And Erie, you know what? They recently built, I think they went to another city, eh? So we'll buy 4 of these right away, right off the bat. It's pretty cheap, to be honest. Well, it's because he split so many times. Alright, do you want to buy more? No, you're gonna be smart about this. Play the market to the best of your ability, but not more. Alright. It's time to pay ourselves some dividend, isn't it? We can do one of two things. We can buy back stock, which would increase our share price, increase our own purchasing power parity, or just change the dividend. I am going to change the dividend. We are going to pay out 900,000 this year. Let's see if I can do that, actually. I wonder if I can do that, because you have to make that much money, otherwise your board of directors will not be happy. Oh no! It's a recession. It's a complete crash. Do I still have people taking the train though? Yeah, I do. Now, I wish these trains weren't actually grayed out as they're loading. It does make sense though, but I mean, ooh, that's a lot of trains here in Ottawa. What a lucky city, eh? I don't have preferential treatment, it just happened to be on the crossroads between Toronto, Sudbury, and Montreal. Not my fault, guys. Not preferential to my own city here. Or kind of my own city, I mean, that's where I was born. Right. Pacific, Great Eastern, profit. Profit has been shown. Good job, guys. Maybe they increased the... I don't know if they can actually have increase in interest rate. I think actually it just stays. It'll be 5%, and we don't have to worry about that at the moment. Buy back stock, why not? Yeah, why not? Well, what would that do? That would increase my... Let's just check my company here quickly to show you what it does. So, right now our share price is 96. Book value per share 84. Okay, I don't know what that means. 5-year rate of return 17%. That means my company's good to invest in, no? This guy's like minus 11. 5-year weighted return. Right. How about over here? Oh, my company has a pretty good weighted return. We are pretty much the best company to invest in. Who's after me, actually? Let's just check here. That's me. Yeah, Mr. Northern Pacific is pretty good. And I have how many shares? Ooh, you know what? We should go for this company, because they don't have that many shares out, and they keep rebuying back stock, which is really annoying. Right, Northern Pacific? Yo, this is the company that you bought and then sold, though. Let's press play, though. Yes, buy. As the price goes up. The price just went up as I bought it. And then I made it go even higher. Right, but they have a good rated return. Now that you bought it, yeah. Western? No. You have almost $1 billion in debt, so you gotta be very careful here. Only $500 million in purchasing power. Sorry, let's say it right. Let's learn finance. Yeah, this game is very much about finance, but we'll have to see how that plays out. on this beautiful sunny morning in Ottawa. We will leave this episode on this here view, again, ending on Ottawa. Not that I have any preference. Our trains are breaking down. But yeah, so we'll have to see. It's actually a sunset. Good job. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the episode. And just as this music winds down, so do we. And good night, coast to coast, Canada. Railroad Tycoon 3. Bye-bye. Music is ending. Just give it a second.